Aunt Z, gazing at her pie.
Chocolate squares!
Shout X and Y together. It seems to be taking infinitely long, says Y. That's because you're excited, says Aunt Z. It makes time seem infinite. Finally, the pies are ready. It smells infinitely delicious, says X, who is easily pleased. But it's not really infinite, is it? Asks Y, who always wants more. Why don't you eat half, says Aunt Z. Now, eat half of what you have left. Now, eat half of what you have left again. You'll never finish, so your pie will last until infinity. I like the corners the best, says Y. Aunt Z's square pie has the most corners, says X. What if we made a pie with 5 corners, 6 corners, 7 corners, infinite corners, suggests Aunt Z.
My round pie has infinite corners, says X.
But it doesn't seem like it has any corners, says Y. Aunt Z winks at them, knowing just what to do. Let's make infinite corners, pointy ones that you can really see, says Aunt Z. They roll out a very big circle, which Aunt Z cuts into a triangle. That only has 3 corners, says Y, who is not very patient.
Aunt Z hasn't finished yet,
says X, who is good at waiting. Aunt Z begins to stick on some pieces of dough.
It has 6 corners, says Y. It has 12 if you count the ones pointing out and pointing in, says X. Do those count as corners?
They ask. It's up to you, says Aunt Z, smiling.
Now our star has even more corners, says X.
I've lost count, says Y.
It has 48,
says X, who has been counting carefully. Aunt Z sticks some more pieces on.
Oh no, now I've lost count too, says X.
If we keep going forever, we'll have infinite corners, but properly pointy corners, says Aunt Z. Let's not waste the leftover dough, says Aunt Z. They roll it out into a big circle and cut out 3 circles.
No more circles will fit, says Y.
Let's look for a smaller cutter, says Aunt Z, rummaging around in a cupboard.
I found one,
says X. Now no more circles will fit, says Y, who sometimes gives up too easily.
Maybe Aunt Z has infinitely small cutters,
says X, who believes in Aunt Z's powers. Close your eyes, says Aunt Z. When they open them again, she is holding a smaller cutter, and a smaller one, and a smaller one.
My pie goes on forever and ever, says X.
My pie goes all the way into the sky, says Y. Are you happy with your infinite pie? Asks Aunt Z.
Not yet,
shout X and Y.
Let's make more difficult pastry,
Y begs Aunt Z. We'll use more butter this time, says Aunt Z, mixing a little butter with the flour. That doesn't look like more, says Y doubtfully.
Maybe we're not done yet,
says X hopefully. Aunt Z takes out a whole slab of butter and wraps it in the dough like a package. Now, fold it in.